Run the race, Clement Dwyer.
Wow, you guys are killing me. Everyone thinks that I'm the greatest speaker there is. Thank you, Maxine, for inviting me, and thank you, Aspire, Hire, Toastmaster. Out of curiosity, how many people here remember back in school when they had to do an assignment, a test? Anybody remember that? Way back? Yeah, a few of us are still even doing it. How about when you got that result and it didn't turn out the way you wanted it? How many people remember that? Raise your hand. Oh, I've got some honest people here. Yes. As a matter of fact, say ouch with me. Ouch. Why do we say ouch? I mean, it hurt, didn't it? Yeah. I mean, we studied hard. I don't know about you, but I missed social engagements. I missed parties. I missed Game 7s of the World Series. And if people know that, that's the last time it's ever going to happen. Yeah, I understand now why I'm a little upset and why I got the mark that I did. It hurt because we studied hard. We worked hard. We thought we did the best that we could to get the mark we thought we should have gotten, and instead, we got the mark that we wish we never had. Brings back memories. Sorry to peel off the scab. I want to take you back to 1992, Barcelona Summer Olympics. I want to take you a little closer to the men's 400-meter race. And there was a time that there's this man running in lane number 5 from the United Kingdom, Derek Redmond. Listen to the crowd as they cheer his name. Watch the other athletes look at him going, wow, this is the man to beat. This is the champ. Now listen to how the story unfolds. I want you to pretend you are Derek Redmond. Runners, take your mark. Set. Bang! Off he takes off, out of the starting block like a bullet that's shot out of a gun. He races around the track with his mind focused on the athlete ahead of him. See, he is a lion on the Serengeti plain. See, the man ahead of him is the gazelle that he's going to chase down, because he knows if he catches this man and passes him, he can win the race. He's run this race 1,000 times in his mind. He knows how this is going to turn out. He's trained hard. He's exercised. He's worked out. He knows exactly what he needs to do to get there. Then all of a sudden it happens. Bang! Grabs his right leg and comes to a stop. Pain is shearing like you've never felt before. Tears come gushing out like Niagara Falls in his face, and he comes to a quick stop on the track. You're Derek Redmond. 4 years every Olympic comes. And you spent 4 years training, sacrifice, dedication, the finances, the money to get to where you are right now. And 15 seconds like that, it's done. How do you feel? If you're Derek Redmond, what's going through your mind right now? It's over. See, psychologists tell us 2 things. When we're caught in a sense of adversity, there's 2 things that we go into. Flight, or fight. How many people have ever heard that? Fight or flight. Exactly. And believe it or not, we've all gone through it, whether you know it or not. See, when you fight, your mind tells you, I'm going to press on, Greg. Nothing's going to stop me. I'm going to keep going, push through, because I know there's a finish line. Or Colleen, we flight. We cower, we shy, and we say it's over. Game over. Tie it up, wrap it up in a boat, call it a day. I'm not doing this anymore. How many people have ever been there? You feel like giving up? Yeah? Feel like it's a done deal. Yeah. See, Derek had to think. Those are my 2 options. And he sat there. So he wipes the tears from his face, gets up, and he begins to limp down the track. He limps with everything he's got inside of him, pushing himself as hard as he can. When you tear your hamstring, your leg literally is like it's detached. It's a lot of pain. He goes about 10, 15 steps, and then he stops. He can't go anymore. His mind says he can't push it. His body says it's a game over. And he stops there crying. Unbeknownst to him, from the stands, comes this older gentleman, comes flying down the stairs, jumps over the barricade, pushes through security, says, "Get out of my way." Goes up to Derek Redmond, takes his arm around his neck, and says, "Are you okay? Are you okay?" Derek says, "I can't go any further." The man looks him in the eye and says, "Yes, you can. Together we will run down this track." And together, Derek Redmond and his father make their way down the track. They get to the finish line, and you know who greets them? 65,000 people in the stand rise up and are cheering and chanting on Derek Redmond's name. Not because he came first, not because he won the world record, but because he ran the race. Athletes on the side are in shock because in their mind, he should have gone. He should have just stepped off. And nobody would have passed blame on him, right? They all would have said, "Sure, you should do that. Gloria, it's okay." But not Derek's father. He stood by him and said, "We run this race together." What race are you running? What challenges are you facing right now? Can I be honest right now? See, I've been unemployed for about 4 months. I've never been unemployed in my life. The race I'm running right now is to just get a job. I got a family, I got a house, I got payments, and can I tell you, this sucks. How many people have been there? Where you wake up and you go, I just need a break. And then an email comes back and says, "Well, thank you, Clement, for your email, but unfortunately we went a different direction." And you could have taken the computer and thrown it out the window, find the person who wrote the email, and tell them what you actually think. Am I the only person you influence? All right, good. Just don't tell my wife. I tell them I'm good. But what I'm realizing right now is through this ordeal, like Derek Redmond's father, I had people come to my side when I didn't think they were there, sending me contacts, looking over my resume. I got a job for 5 days because a friend of mine said, "Hey, I got a job offer. I hear you're looking for work. Let me help you out." I want you to think about the race you're running right now. Maybe you got paid bills. Maybe you got kids you got to raise. Maybe you got a job you're trying to hang on to. And adversity hits you because now your health pops up. A family member passes away. The bank starts saying, "Guess what? The check bounced." What do? See, you run the race. Because in the midst of all my ordeal right now, I choose to run the race. Because just like Derek Redmond, when he ran the race in 1992, that is the most story that you will hear in any Olympics that touches people the most, because what he did was not for himself, but for you, Colleen, but for you, Emily, but for you, Maxine, because it tells us one thing. When you train hard and crap happens, and it will, and you can't press on, you do it anyways. You push on, because you don't know who will watch your story and look at that as a confident builder, and they too will say, "I can do it." Because by watching that video in my time, to me, I can do it. I can push on. 2 things that I learned. One thing, this has been my mantra, I want you to think about this. Do not let your present day adversity prevent you from getting tomorrow's victory. That's what I started to realize. Do not let my present adversity prevent me from getting tomorrow's victory. Because it's going to come. It's going to come. And the second thing, when you run your race, somebody somewhere is going to run beside you. We're a community, 6 billion people. Someone's going to come by your side. There's no way you're running a race by yourself. And that's 2 things I've learned. I learned this from Winston Churchill. Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. But it is the courage to go on that counts. In closing, I want you to think about what you're dealing with. what you're facing. What race are you running? Because we're all running a race. We're running a race for something. And I want you to remember what Les Brown said. See, Les Brown said, pain is going to come, but eventually it will leave. You understand? Pain will come, but eventually it will leave. It will be replaced by something else, fellow Toastmasters. But if you give up, that will last forever. And you will have to think about what you gave up and why, because you don't know how close you are to the finish line. And believe you me, I've got people who are carrying me to that finish line. Fellow Toastmasters, run the race. Thank you.